What's up guys, my name is Andy and today I'm going to be showing you how to make an amazing background for your YouTube channel. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to want to bring in a background. So first of all, you're going to load up the screen. So this will be in the description, the template will be in the description. This is the actual YouTube size for your background. So the first thing you want to do is find a background on Google. So I've already got my background, this is what I've done. So you're actually going to want to place that where you want it. I've already set mine up to make it easier and faster tutorial. So that is going to be the basic background. The first thing I like to do is I like to put rulers on. So if you hit Control and R, you can drag on the rulers to what size you want. So usually if you just drag a line on, it will actually find the middle for you. So this just helps line up everything later on. The first thing you want to do is write in some text. So my channel is GamingSmug, so I've found some nice text that I like. If you're wondering what it's called, this one is called the bold font. You can find that on that font, and you're going to size it. So I'm going to try and put mine in the middle. It looks about here, and then I'm going to write the second part of my channel name, which is Smug. So there's, so far we have GamingSmug. So I'm going to try and have the smug bit a bit smaller. To resize, click Control and T and that will shrink it. And I'm going to position that in the middle. So as you can see, it's in the centre of the line. It's looking pretty good. And the gaming, I'm happy with that here. The N's lined up with the G, the A's sort of lined up with the S. So the first thing I'm going to see what I can do is I'm going to add on a drop shadow. So you right click on the text, gaming, hit blending options and hit drop shadow. Now straight away you can see it's put a little black line around it. We're going to go into the settings, change the opacity to 100 and the distance to about 10. And you can change the angle of what way the line's coming from. I'm going to use an angle of about 40-50%. So it's coming from the left area. I'm then going to go into the smug and then do this for that bit. So again, change the distance to about 10, same settings, and straight away you can see that that's quite bold and it's standing out. I'm just going to reposition the gaming just a tiny bit. There we go, that's looking good. Also, just a tip guys, just to remove those lines. They won't show when you export the image, they're just there to help you line things up. So as my channel is all about gaming, I'm quickly going to go onto Google and I'm going to find gaming controller, and I misspelled that, and then let's see what comes up. So I'm going to try and find a cartoony-ish one, something along the lines of this or this, and copy the image and then just paste it in. So obviously it's going to have black lines and stripes. To get rid of this, just go on the quick selection tool, and usually this does a pretty darn good job, and just delete the outside. You will be left with a faint black line, so all you're going to do is just go over this black line and quickly just delete it as carefully and efficiently as you can. And there we go, we have imported a nice image. You can also see in the middle bit, just need to delete these few bits here. So again, just delete, click on it, quick selection tool, delete. Sometimes the rubber may be a bit easier to use. Sometimes it will take a few attempts to actually delete the bits, or sometimes changing your brush size may help. And again, with this image, we're just going to right click, blending options, put a little drop shadow just to give it that bit of punch, and put it to about 10. You can see the controller's looking mighty fine, and I'm going to position that there. So I'm actually going to change the layer position to behind the text, and I'm going to change the colour of this object to another colour such as black. To do this, right click, colour overlay and change it on there. I'm going to think this is going to see what colour looks good. I'm going to try a blue maybe a yellow. I'm just going to experiment. It's all about experiment. I'm going to do a light bluey colour. So this is looking nice for me. Don't worry about it overlapping this bit, you won't see that. Now I'm just going to go into Google again and find like a blood splat. Obviously this is nothing to do with gaming at all, but sometimes a little blood splat or spark effect can make your background look quite good. So I'm just going to paste in this effect, go to the settings here and change it to lighten, so it's looking good. Just stretch it out to however big you want it. I'm just going to have mine splatted there behind the controller. See how that looks. As you can see, it looks like quite pretty good, and I might actually keep that as my next background. Now to do an avatar, you're going to want to go to File, New, and the size is 800 by 800 pixels. This is going to create a cool avatar effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a background I used before and drag it in also to the avatar. Just minimize that one and drag it back into the work area. So as you can see, I've got the same background that I used before. I'm going to then type in my initials, maybe GS, or I might even try typing GamingSmug depending on how big this allows me. There we go, gaming, and then smug. So already I've got a pretty good thing going on. I'm going to do the same thing again and add a drop shadow just to make it stand out that tiny bit more. In fact, the drop shadow is not looking this good on this one, so I'm going to take that off. And what I'm going to do is I'm still going to add in that blood sprayed effect. So, you know, copy and paste that in again. See how it looks. Change it to screen lighten. As I say, it is all about experimenting and seeing how stuff looks. I can't even see that, to be honest. Is that blood splat there? I can't even see the blood splat on this background for some reason why. Just go through the effects so you can see it. It's not looking too good, so I might just leave that like so. Maybe change the text to black, make it a bit different, maybe stand out a bit. But obviously there you go, it's a quick 5-minute thing. It's not hard, don't pay someone else to do it, because at the end of the day that's going to look professional, that's going to look good, and from a distance when you zoom out the only thing that people see is that, so it's looking like a brand already. To export your thing, go for save for the web. You're going to want to save it as a PNG, as they're usually the best quality and the best sizing. You can see, as you can see when I go to PNG 24, it's going to be about 213 kilobytes, so you can have up to 2 meg. So I'm just going to save this as title or avatar, and then all you need to do then is upload it to your YouTube page and you are done. I hope this tutorial has helped you create something quite basic, quite fast, something to stand out, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.